One big surprise from Tesla's semi event has nothing to do with the semi.
It means that we can really shove a lot of current in a very, very small place. So, for those that have worked and charged their cars on a V3 supercharger and the cable is nice and maneuverable, it's the same thing here, but now we're just shoving a megawatt through it instead. So, this is key for high power applications like semi. But you want to tell them, or do you want me to tell them?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be used for Cybertruck too.
Yeah. This is coming to our superchargers next year. Yeah.
Currently, this is Tesla's website. Tesla has the charging speed, the max charging rate of 250 kilowatts. And this new charger would 4x that, quadruple it. You see, right now, one of the main reasons why people still do not buy electric vehicles and choose gas-powered vehicles is because charging just takes so long. Here's an experiment from State of Charge showing Model 3 charging speeds. It took just, 60 minutes to get to 50%, but it took 32 minutes to get to 80%, and then to get to 90%, it took in total 42 minutes, and to get to 100%, which you don't really want to do because you will degrade your battery, would take about 1 full hour. Most, I think, would want to charge to about 80%. That's half an hour. If you live in a house and you can charge in a garage easily every single night, then this is no problem unless you road trip basically every single day. But the problem is made worse if you live in an apartment. If the charger is, let's say, 10 or 15 minutes away. So if you just need to go to charge, and if you need to do a detour of 10 or 15 minutes, that adds another 20 minutes total when you account for going to the charger and coming back from the charger. So if you live in an apartment, when you calculate everything, that's easily about 1 hour of time just. So if you can charge at home, then it's no problem. But supercharging, if you don't have a place to charge at your house or parking spot, supercharging is not really that convenient yet. However, this potential new technology, if it indeed does become 4 times faster, when you're looking instead of 32 minutes, you're looking at now 8 minutes only. Now, of course, this doesn't work exactly like that, especially for a Model 3 with a small battery pack, because even with a 250 kilowatt charger, you never really stay at that 250 peak. But what is clear is that technology is getting better. And eventually it's going to come down to probably 10 or 5 minutes. For example, Sam from ARK Invest, and ARK Invest is known for being extremely bullish and having some extremely, some say optimistic timelines for a lot of new technologies. Sam is saying here, from our big ideas last year, working to see what the 1 megawatt charger means relative to our forecast. Initial take is that it may pull forward our expectations. This is ARK Invest. This is their prediction. I don't think this is updated yet to include the new 1 megawatt charging update from Tesla. But this is EV charging rates based on Wright's law, and note that this is not linear. So this is actually improving a lot faster than what it seems like. And yeah, seems like even ARK Invest underestimated Tesla. Wow. Tesla economist saying maybe 70% charge in a few minutes for the Cybertruck with this next generation charger. That would be crazy. Now, I don't think it will actually be just a few minutes for the Cybertruck, because I will be so surprised if it actually reaches that peak charging for a long time. Usually, even with a Model 3, when you charge, it reaches like 250 kilowatt, like for just one moment, and then it starts beep. It doesn't stay there. But of course, because Cybertruck will have a much more bigger battery, it will charge faster than, it will be able to use more than 250 kilowatts. when it comes to charging. And take a look at this chart or infographic here with supposedly Tesla's competition. So we know Semi has 300 to 500 miles range. The e-Cascadia from Freightliner, which is Mercedes, basically, Daimler, it only has 250 miles range. And when you look at our competitors, it's no better either. Volvo 275, charging time 80% in 1 hour. Daimler is doing 80% in 1.5 hours. I mean, we're saying in as low as. It's like, it should be in as long as, not in as low as, is what we should say here. Tesla Semi charges up to 70% in 30 minutes. And I scroll down and it just gets a lot worse really fast. 150 miles and charging times of 3 hours. Whoa. BYD, 167 miles. Supposedly big Tesla competitor, charging time 2.5 hours. Wow, it's pretty bad. And then Nikola, who we know has a real, like really real, like a very real truck, has 350 miles of range and charging time is 2 hours, from 10% to 80%, supposedly. So really, there is no competition for Tesla Semi, not at all. And now we have insight into how big the battery is going to be that Semi will have, because we now know the efficiency, so we can sort of calculate the total battery size. If we assume efficiency of 1.7 kilowatt hours per mile, then the battery pack will have 850 kilowatt hours, which would be equivalent to a little over 10 battery packs that Model Y would use. Also, many did not like this slide here. Specifically, the robotaxi part. Now, some love it, and some not so much, because this confirms further that Tesla is not working on a $25,000 or $30,000 compact vehicle, which many investors believe is badly needed for the European market as well as the Chinese market. When we look at the demand inside of China, we do have some good news here. Tesla China insurance subsidy dropped from 8,000 to 4,000, which was exactly as planned. I mentioned in one of the last videos that if Tesla keeps this, then that means they are perhaps experiencing some demand shortage temporarily at these prices. But them going forward with this as planned before indicates to me that demand is fairly good for now, for the time being, for this moment, specifically in China. Although they do have supercharging benefits, but this is not as big as the reduction in insurance. Gary thinks that Tesla is making a big mistake by not working on the compact because Elon regularly got the date wrong for full self-driving, and there's just a lot of regulatory uncertainty as well in terms of approval. If Tesla actually announced it, I'm sure the stock would jump. The stock would react positively to that. That is my personal conviction. And Gary thinks it's really badly needed. And Troy is also on the same side as well. Even James thinks the same thing here. He's, a pretty big bull, although he doesn't put any weight on FSD ever. Now, if Tesla is actually working on releasing a $30,000 car, think about it. Would you want them to actually announce it because of the Osborne effect? This is a phenomenon known as customers canceling or deferring orders for the current soon-to-be obsolete product. as an unexpected drawback of a company's announcing a feature product prematurely. And in China, we know that most of the sales for the cars, most people choose the lowest, the cheapest trim version. So if they saw that, oh, there's a much cheaper car available, I'm going to go with that. You know that's going to happen quite a lot. So if Tesla was going to announce that cheaper car, I would want them to do it like a month before they actually start deliveries. We are seeing now harder times in the electric vehicle industry. This group canceled or suspended mass production of its only model due to a lack of new orders. Wow, 2 people with knowledge of the matter said. I mentioned many times before that Tesla is going to benefit greatly from a recession, and we are seeing signs of that happening here already. We also have a new research report, which I will be digging deeper into later today, so look out for that video. In the meantime, these are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Poshis. Thank you for watching so much. Make sure to like and subscribe if you have not yet.